Godzilla King of the Monsters 2019 movie, Godzilla obviously went up against King Ghidorah in multiple times in that movie. And next year, Kong will be going up against Godzilla. So if Kong can go up against Godzilla, I thought why not have the matchup between Kong and King Ghidorah. So in today's matchup, it's going to be King Ghidorah versus Kong. And obviously for Kong, there is not much confirmed for the Godzilla vs. Kong movie, because the posters have shown Kong being bigger than Godzilla in one, and then showed Godzilla being bigger than Kong in another. So we really do not know the size at all. But we do know that Kong is going to have to stand somewhere near the height of Godzilla for him to even stand a chance. So in this fight, for the fight's sake, I'm going to have Kong standing somewhere between 300 and 400 feet tall and weighing similar to Godzilla at 90,000 tons. And King Ghidorah stands at 521 feet tall and weighing 141,000 tons. And what King Ghidorah has going into battle, the three heads, which essentially makes King Ghidorah three different kaijus at the same time. Three different brains, three different mouths, there's three different attacks that can attack at three different times. And each of these heads can fire out the gravity beams, which were very effectively used in Godzilla King of the Monsters, was able to knock back Godzilla, and was able to disintegrate soldiers coming off a ship in that movie, was able to send Godzilla flying back. King Ghidorah also has the two spiked tails, which we do not see used in Godzilla King of the Monsters, but we know definitely can be, and if they need to be used, they definitely look like formidable weapons for sure. And King Ghidorah can also fly, which is a very big weapon and a very big aspect in this fight, that just like against Godzilla, Godzilla could not fly, so that is a big one-up on Kong in this fight. And when King Ghidorah flies, he causes hurricanes just by flying, so that is a major aspect that Kong might be going into a storm just to fight King Ghidorah in the start. And what Kong is going into battle is really no special abilities. Obviously, I really do think Kong will have a special ability in Godzilla vs. Kong, but coming into this fight, Kong does not have any special abilities, just stands on his two legs, unlike the last Kong that we saw in the Peter Jackson movie. And really the only weapons that Kong has going to battle, other than his hand-to-hand combat, is using the environment around him. No matter where Kong is, Kong will always use the environment around him, which is a big aspect in this fight. He really can use anything around him, no matter where he is, and use the environment to benefit him in the fight, no matter where he is. And as far as the feats go for King Ghidorah was successfully able to take down every main Titan in Godzilla King of the Monsters, and called out to all the Titans on Earth, and they all were just listening. They were all listening to King Ghidorah, and King Ghidorah was the absolute king over all of them. And King Ghidorah was successfully able to take down Rodan, fight him for a little bit in the air, and then just shoot him point blank in the face out of the sky. Was able to disintegrate Mothra. Now, he did have some troubles with Mothra earlier, but one-on-one, King Ghidorah was able to disintegrate Mothra and kill her. And then Godzilla was also, while he struggled with Godzilla in the water, King Ghidorah was successfully able to really battle with Godzilla and successfully take him down. And if it wasn't for Mothra and the Fire Godzilla and the humans, King Ghidorah would have successfully taken down Godzilla and killed him. As far as the feats go for Kong, while he was only 100 feet tall during these feats, I still think it's worth mentioning, because Kong himself was able to deal with certain things, and the way he was able to deal with them should be very similar, if not the same, when he's even bigger. Kong was able to fight off two small skull crawlers at the same time, which, while this may not seem impressive, the actual hand-to-hand combat that Kong was using and being able to fight multiple different things at the same time is very impressive. But with Kong's hand-to-hand combat and how quick he is, it can really be a very big strength in this fight because of how he's able to fight off multiple targets at the same time, and he's going up against the three heads of King Ghidorah. Kong was able to kill the big skullcrawler, rip out his whole insides, which is a very impressive feat there, and was able to kill a squid that ambushed him in the water in that part in Kong Skull Island. And something I feel that is definitely worth mentioning is King Ghidorah, and how King Ghidorah was able to take the atomic breath from Godzilla multiple times throughout the movie, sometimes point blank right in the face, and really showed no actual damage on King Ghidorah from the atomic breath, which we know is a formidable weapon, being able to melt the Mudos in that scene in the Godzilla 2014. And King Ghidorah was also able to absorb the electric currents from an electrical grid and sent Godzilla flying back, really damaging Godzilla in that scene, and that's really what turned the tides in that fight, which is a very impressive move. And if that happened with Kong, he'd definitely be in trouble for sure. And then King Ghidorah ultimately died from Fire Godzilla, which we can all agree is basically the most OP kaiju ever, and I don't think anyone could have taken down Fire Godzilla, not even close. And Fire Godzilla is essentially Mothra and Godzilla combined. And as far as Kong goes, he took bites from the skull crawlers, which was impressive, taking multiple bites and really showing no actual damage from that. Getting attacked by the squid, no damage. But Kong was successfully taken down from a lot of napalm, and the fire was able to take him down in that scene. Now, he is going to be at least 3 or 4 times bigger, but that is definitely worth mentioning, that Kong was able to be taken down like that, made him actually faint. It did not kill him, but he was about to be killed by the humans in that scene, maybe. And then Kong is also hurt by a helicopter in the beginning. But as far as if these two were lined up, there's a lot of different aspects about this battle that I do feel it comes down to in the end. And if these two were lined up, Kong obviously has a situation stacked against him, going up against King Ghidorah, an absolute beast, 3-headed kaiju, 3 different heads, has the gravity beams, has the spiked tails, is able to fly. It's definitely stacked against him, but so was it for Godzilla. And I do feel in this battle, obviously King Ghidorah has the size, over 500 feet tall, and weighing way more than what Kong would probably weigh, but I definitely think speed and agility goes to Kong in this battle. Because Kong is just shown in Kong Skull Island that he is way quicker, being able to fight off multiple skull crawlers at once, being able to leap out of the sky like he did with the rock to hit the big skull crawler. All of these feats are just very impressive, and it shows that Kong's actual speed is way better, and obviously it's almost impossible for King Ghidorah to be quicker than Kong just because of how big King Ghidorah is and the 3 different heads. Durability easily goes to King Ghidorah, being able to take the atomic breath multiple times and not really have any damage done at all. Being able to take damage from Mothra, take an attack from Rodan. The durability from King Ghidorah is pretty insane, even getting his head ripped off and being able to grow back, which is something I did not mention that I definitely should have, that King Ghidorah does regenerate. And regeneration is definitely one of his biggest powers, that he can regenerate. But I do feel the heads can regenerate and the wings can regenerate, and that is going to be a big factor. It does not regenerate quick, but it does regenerate, so as long as King Ghidorah can get out of the battle long enough, it can grow back. And deadliness definitely goes to King Ghidorah just because of what King Ghidorah is able to do. Take down all the Titans and was successfully the king of the monsters in Godzilla King of the Monsters. Honestly, before the actual Fire Godzilla and Mothra showed up, King Ghidorah was successfully the king of the monsters, calling out all of them. And I do think that, obviously, Kong is more resourceful. This is a category I kind of made up. Kong is definitely resourceful. And King Ghidorah, while King Ghidorah did find the power source in Godzilla King of the Monsters to send Godzilla flying back, King Ghidorah is not usually resourceful. Usually King Ghidorah can just do everything by himself and doesn't use any environment around him, while Kong can. And while Kong would definitely be a formidable force, I feel just the overall feats of King Ghidorah alone, being able to take down all the kaijus, is just too much. The regeneration is just on top of everything else. The gravity beams, Kong is no long-range weapon, and with King Ghidorah being able to fly and just being so deadly, the 3 different heads, I feel like Kong in one way would do better than Godzilla in this fight as far as how quick Kong is, and would be able to fight out the heads, I feel, a lot better than Godzilla. But the overall durability of Godzilla and the deadliness and Godzilla having a long-range weapon is something that really kept him in that battle. And when you think about King Ghidorah almost being able to take down Godzilla in that scene, and really his saving grace was the atomic breath, I ultimately think that Kong would definitely not go down without a fight, would be able to fight off the 3 heads, I feel, a lot better than Godzilla, but ultimately would not be able to get the kill in this fight, and King Ghidorah would be victorious if this was a one-on-one matchup between Kong and King Ghidorah. So King Ghidorah definitely gets the win in this fight. But as always, let me know down below who you think will win in this matchup, and whether you'd want to see this matchup, if you think we actually might get this matchup. Maybe King Ghidorah will come back in Godzilla vs. Kong. But make sure you let me know down below what you think, and thanks for watching.